Hi, I'm Gail Wu, your friendly and fun-loving real estate agent in the greater Seattle area. I enjoy helping people buy or sell homes and sharing cool and fun things to know and places to go so you can experience and enjoy your best life yet out here in the great Pacific Northwest. If I can help you in any way, reach out using my contact details below. Today we're going over the top 5 reasons why people love living here in the greater Seattle area. You guys ready? Let's go. Number 1, natural beauty. Washington ain't called the Evergreen State for nothing. It's renowned for its lush landscapes and endless year-round greenery, especially in the western part of the state. I just love how green and lush it is here. This is what it looks like just walking through our local park. The term the Evergreen State was a nickname originally coined in the early 1890s by a historian named Charles Talmadge Conover, who also happened to be a Seattle realtor. Conover used it in a promotional booklet to highlight the state's natural beauty. Since then, the nickname stuck and has been widely used for over a century. You see them on roadway signs, license plates, souvenirs, and even our state quarter. The uniqueness of the greater Seattle area, however, is it's not just surrounded by lush forests and greenery, but also miles and miles of water all around and breathtaking mountain ranges in almost every direction. We have Mount Baker and the Cascades to the east, the Olympics to the west, and our dear old Mount Rainier to the south. So it is a haven for lovers of nature and of course outdoor enthusiasts. One can also enjoy the great outdoors with lots of varied activities. You can go hiking, camping, hunting. On the waters you can go fishing, sailing, or boating. And there goes our family on the boats, kayaking, rowing, or paddleboarding. And on the mountains, you can go skiing, snowboarding, or snowshoeing. So many things you can do. Number 2, culture and lifestyle. As many things as there are to do in the great outdoors, there are equally as many things to do in the city to experience great culture. You'll find a vibrant food scene that includes lots of seafood, coffee, of course, and a variety of international eats. And I mean cuisines from all over the world, from the local Pacific Northwest fare to a plethora of Asian cuisines like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai, Vietnamese, Filipino, to East African options like Ethiopian or Eritrean, to Mexican or Latin American cuisines, and plenty of Indian and South Asian options as well. Middle Eastern, Mediterranean restaurants, and then various European selections, and of course, good old American fare. Okay, this is making me hungry. We better move on. The Seattle area is also a pretty happening hub and center for music. You can really find whatever is your jam here. Lots of trendy bars, intimate clubs. You can find grunge music alongside blues, jazz, punk, metal, hip-hop, all the way to folksy music. Seattle also is the home for the beautiful Benaroya Hall, where you can catch the Seattle Symphony and where you can listen to classical music and hear the orchestra play. We have big concert venues that host major acts and tours that come into town, Paramount and more theaters for comedy shows, Broadway musicals, and lots of annual musical festivals and seasonal events. Then the arts. Lots of local art communities here that support local artists alongside the big museums. And there's such a huge array of museums here, from the Seattle Art Museum, the Museum of Pop Culture, aka Mopop, the Museum of Flight, the Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum, Wing Loop Museum in the International District, the Seattle Children's Museum, the Pacific Science Center, Seattle Aquarium, and several maritime museums. For sports lovers, we have many sports teams like the Seahawks for football, Mariners for baseball, Sounders for soccer, and the Krakens for ice hockey. That's me at my first Sounders game. The only thing we don't have is a basketball team in the NBA. We used to have one, the Supersonics, which moved to Oklahoma, and that still hurts the hearts of many Seattleites. But there's ongoing buzz about NBA expanding or bringing a team back to Seattle, so we'll just have to see. Meanwhile, we do have the Seattle Storm, a WNBA team and one of the most winningest and most successful teams in the league. I think that's pretty cool. Number 3, compact geography. Relatively speaking, the larger Seattle metro area is more condensed than a lot of other urban centers, with fairly close proximity of places when you want to go from point A to point B. I mean, yes, we have traffic here too, and it can be pretty hairy experience, especially during peak hours. But it's nothing compared to places like LA, where I'm from. You can easily be sitting in traffic for 1 to 3 hours on the LA freeways just to see family on the other side of town or to catch a game in the downtown area. So one of my favorite things when we moved was that in Seattle, you can get to different cities and places where you want to go within 15 to 30 minutes. More than 30 minutes here is already considered far. You can get to lakes, mountains, forests, state and national parks for outdoor activities within 30 minutes or an hour to 2 hours. On top of that, you can get to different states or even a different country in 2 to 3 hours. You can get to Portland, Oregon in 3 hours going south and Canada in 2.5 hours going north. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is about 4 to 4.5 hours east, so that's a little bit further, but still not too bad. To the west, you have the Puget Sound and eventually the Pacific Ocean. The west is also dotted with several islands you can explore and the Olympic National Park, which make them fun destinations for easy day trips or weekend getaways. So living here in Seattle, you're a stone's throw away from many cool places to see. Number 4, cultural diversity. The Seattle metro area, composed of Seattle and surrounding cities, is the 15th largest in the United States. The area's experienced rapid population growth in recent years, and with that growth, increasing diversity. Now, what is accounting for this significant growth? 2 main reasons are a strong local job market and international immigration. The larger Seattle area is not only a big tech hub with companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta, but it has major employers in the aerospace, retail, education, and biotech industries. We've got Boeing, Blue Origin, Starbucks, Costco, REI, Pfizer, and the University of Washington. These major organizations' presence in the tech industry's general expansion in the region have been attracting many groups. Greater Seattle area has also long been a hub for refugee and immigrant resettlement. A vast network of government agencies, nonprofits, and community organizations help welcome and provide services to incoming groups. Over the past decade, Washington State has welcomed more than 30,000 refugees from over 70 countries. With a ton of different ethnic populations, Seattle is a true melting pot. Communities and neighborhoods are rapidly changing and becoming increasingly diverse. You see various cultural festivals, heritage celebrations, and different cultural events held in the communities. We've talked about the incredible variety of international cuisine you can find. There's a wide range of places of worship in the area, and then you hear many languages spoken, and many public services and schools are increasingly offering materials and instruction in multiple languages. Number 5, weather. Wait, weather? Yes, you heard me right. I should say though, mild weather. When I asked a bunch of folks what they love about living here, many people talked about the relatively mild climate that we have. While you experience 4 seasons, you don't typically get the extreme heat or the extreme cold that you find in other parts of the country. And yeah, Seattle gets a bad rep for constant rain and gloomy skies, but it doesn't rain the entire year. It's definitely gray and drizzly in the fall and winter months, but the spring and summers here are glorious. Summers are typically in the 70s, dry and sunny with daylight that doesn't end until almost 10. And when it rains, the rain is generally speaking light drizzles and not downpours. In fact, most locals don't even carry umbrellas around. Interesting fact. Did you know that places like Miami, Nashville, and Houston get more rainfall than Seattle? In a ranking of major U.S. cities that get the most annual rainfall, Seattle doesn't even make it to the top 30. It comes in at number 32. Now, in terms of the number of days it rains in a year, Seattle does deserve its reputation as it does rank up there on the list. But believe it or not, Seattle only comes in at number 5 by this ranking. There are cities with even more rainy days: Buffalo, Portland, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. Well, that wraps up our top 5 reasons people love living in the greater Seattle area. If you learned something new or found something interesting, or just want to share some thoughts, please put them in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel below. Till next time, this is Gail Wu, your friendly and fun-loving real estate agent.